Hey there, and welcome back to Elf Mom's Kitchen. So today, we're going to dive back into baking and whip up some delicious scones, perfect for some nice afternoon tea in the shade. So this recipe is adapted from the Red Wall Cookbook by Brian Jacks. If you're not familiar with Red Wall was a series of books starting in 1986 and ending with the author's death in 2011. They were a series of children's fantasy novels following the stories and world of a fictional medieval abbey called Redwall, and its inhabitants comprised of all manner of woodland creatures, filling the roles of various characters. I'll probably revisit this again in the future, but for now, let's go back inside and make some scones. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And while you're at it, you're going to take a tray, your baking tray, and stick it in there while it's preheating. Alright, so next, you're going to take your mixing bowl and you're going to mix together 1 3/4 cups flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then you're going to mix in 1/4 of a teaspoon each cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and a pinch of salt. So you're going to mix those together, and then you can take 2 tablespoons of chilled butter, and using either a pastry cutter or your hands, work it into the flour mix until you get a mix that looks like coarse crumbs. After all that, you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2/3 of a cup of milk. And then you're going to get in there with your hands and mix it all up until you get a nice soft dough. Shouldn't be too sticky, but it'll be nice and soft. So after that, once you've got your dough, you're going to turn it out onto a light floured work surface, and you're going to work the dough into a small round disc, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. Then take your knife and you're going to cut it into 8 wedges. So at this point, you can carefully take your tray out of the oven, put your wedges onto it, and pop it back in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes, or until they start to brown a bit. So once you take them out, let them cool on a wire rack for a while. The traditional way to have them would be with some clotted cream and some jam or marmalade. Maybe even the jam we made a little while back, huh? However you choose to enjoy them is up to you. But first, you gotta make them. So go give them a try. And if you get the chance, maybe pick up a Redwall book sometime. They're really timeless, charming stories. They might be for children, but any age can enjoy these. Anyway, until next time.